today is May 10th, and I am calling from the specialist's office. This is not it wasn't really a planned visit. Well, sort of, but not really. So, if you guys saw in our last video, I was supposed to call the doctor as soon as I got my period, and then they were going to start us on the Femara. Well, I have been having problems because the last day of my Provera was on April 29th, and it's almost been exactly 2 weeks. And normally when I'm on Provera, I get my period within like 3 to 5 days, like almost spot on when I get it, like 5 days at the very latest. But this time they put me on once a day for 10 days, and I don't know if my body was just confused or wasn't used to the dosing or what happened, but basically I started spotting on Tuesday and didn't really think anything of it, and then it was a little bit on Wednesday, but it wasn't enough to like make me think that I had my period. But I called the doctor just in case, because he said even if it's really light, still call him, because that would be considered day 1. So I called the nurse, and she told me to wait until Friday. If I hadn't got my period by then to let her know, and then we would go from there. So when I called her on Friday, she said she wasn't really worried about it. She just wanted to give me instructions for the weekend in case I had gotten my period over the weekend. So she said that they don't really worry until 2 weeks after the last day that I take the Provera if I haven't got my period. They said that they were going to bring me in and do labs and see what was going on. But then on Friday night, that same day that I called her, I started to spot just a little bit again, and then it kept happening. So it happened on Saturday, and then it happened on Sunday, and then Monday it was nothing again. So I called them, which was yesterday, was Monday, and so I called them yesterday and I was telling them what was going on. I wasn't able to get a hold of the nurse, so I kind of just left a message with the receptionist and telling her, like, I don't know, like, I normally know what a period is, and I'm confused because my body has never reacted this way. And so I asked her what she wanted me to do, and then she called me back and said that they wanted me to come in today for an ultrasound and just to see where everything is at, and hopefully if everything looks good, then we will go ahead and start the Femara today. So it really just depends on everything. And this, look at Jacob's here. So it really just depends. So we're here now, he's here, we're gonna go inside and we're just gonna see what they have to say. The doctor is based out of Indiana, so he's not here today, but I'll be seeing a nurse practitioner, and then we'll just keep you guys updated. Hopefully she's okay with us recording, but if so, then we'll see you inside. Bye.
Lots of pressure. Not necessarily the favorite thing to do when you first started your period. There you go. Okay, so I'm looking at your uterus today.
Okay.
And have you been bleeding much?
Not very much.
Exactly what it looks like. Oh, this is okay, so this is the side view of the uterus, and this is your endometrial lining, and it's still pretty thick there.
So it needs to be thinner than what it is?
Usually. But I'll let Teresa talk to you about that. And you did Provera, right? Okay, I remember talking to you. I'm just doing measurements of your uterus. This is just a long view of your uterus. And I'm going to rotate around to look at that leftover. Yes, so this is your leftover right here. Believe it or not, you see the difference in the texture, how there's little dots here?
Yeah.
The little dots are called follicles. They're fluid-filled sacs. They pulled a microscopic egg. They're normal to have those. As a follicle grows and you go through a cycle, it becomes like a big maturing bathtub. And it bathes an egg, microscopic egg, to maturity, and then that water releases it. It's kind of like a tidal egg. It releases and shoots it out through the tube and to the uterus for fertilization.
Is there still a lot of cysts in there? Like a lot of cysts? Okay.
And follicles are the same thing as a cyst. Anything that has fluid in it is called a cyst.
Okay.
And that doesn't always mean, that's not a bad connotation. It just a lot of times provided, depending on where that's living, that cyst is, makes a difference as to what we're going to do. And we will look at your right ovary. You're very easy to scan. Okay, so this is your other one. See how this bathtub's a little bit bigger than the other ones we saw?
Is that one of the eggs, or is it just a...
It's still just a cyst or a follicle.
Okay. So when does it become like an egg?
You don't ever see the egg itself.
Okay.
So the eggs are microscopic and they're within there. And we expect that once that follicle or cyst is 17 to 25 millimeters, that egg is maturing, or is mature and ready to be released.
Because that one looks a lot bigger than the other ones.
Yeah.
That's not significantly bigger,
But it's a little bit bigger than we necessarily expect the baseline. It just kind of depends. It could have just been a recently collapsed one.
Hello. We just got done at the doctor. We were unable to record with the doctor, her telling us what we were doing, so
She was kind of rude. We didn't really like her very much.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. She said that it is not time yet, that her wall, is it a wall?
The uterine lining.
She said that the uterine lining is too thick. So we'll just wait a couple more days. Leti also got her blood drawn.
Oh! I hate getting my blood drawn.
She got her blood drawn to check her levels of estrogen and
was it progesterone?
Progesterone and HCGs.
I was kind of confused why we needed to do the HCG, and she said that anytime that someone is having abnormal bleeding, they just want to check for pregnancy. But I was kind of confused because the uterine lining is really thick. They said they usually want it between like 2 and 5 centimeters, and mine was at like 10.6. And so what they were saying is that basically, even if there was a mature egg, it wouldn't be able to implant in that thick of a wall, or that thick of the lining, but that it's still possible to be pregnant, that after like the embryo implants, that the uterine lining will just start to get that thick. So it's possible, but I'm not really holding my breath. I mean, I feel like all we've gotten is just bad news left and right, and she wants me to just wait until Friday to see if I get my period. They said that they'll have my lab results tomorrow, so I guess we're just gonna wait until then.
Yep.
Yeah, we're kind of bummed. I'm more bummed than he is, but yeah. I'm kind of bummed that they had me drive an hour just to tell me that basically it's not enough, like I'm not bleeding enough, which they could have just told me that over the phone, which is what I had asked them. And She did say that they're going to check my estrogen and my progesterone and see where the levels are at, and if I don't have estrogen, then, or if my estrogen isn't high enough, then the Provera wouldn't have worked, which kind of throws me off. Like, why would you put me on Provera if you didn't try and check my estrogen to begin with? But and I also questioned them a couple times about why I had to do 10 days instead of 5 days, and I've never had any problems with this medicine until now. Like, I just don't get it. So I don't know, I think my body is kind of just over it. I think
Is rebelling.
it's rebelling. It's tired of all of the needles and medicine, and I don't know.
Yeah.
I really don't know anymore.
Well,
So I guess for now we'll just keep praying that, I don't know, I guess keep praying that we'll get our miracle soon, because right now we're not in control. It's all God, and His ways are higher than ours, and I don't understand it right now, but it'll happen at some point.
yeah, and the time is right. Thanks for joining us today, and we will see you next time.